the Muny in Forest Park.
Hi, everybody. More people are going to filter in because we're starting this. This is new. But I'm Mike Isaacson, the executive producer. Is this a good sound level? Yeah. All right, good sound level. And I'm going to read this because last time I screwed it up too. Welcome to the PNC Arts Alive pre-show festival. The festival offers accessible arts experiences for children and adults, which is really lovely. And what PNC has graciously funded and allowed us to do is to sort of let you get backstage and talk to some of our artists and how they do what they do and why they do it. And I'm really excited tonight because we have our music director for Shrek, and this is Rick Bertone. Let's give him a big round of applause. We're really proud of him. So I'm going to start with a very simple question that could fill the whole 20 minutes is, what does a music director do? What did you do for Shrek, the musical, at the Muny?
The music director is basically responsible for all the music that you hear in the show. So before I got to St. Louis, it was weeks of score preparation.
And what's a score?
The score is the physical music, just the book of all the music in the show. And we had a very special situation because there was a New York version, a touring version, and a London version of Shrek. And we had to take all three and put them together into the version we were going to do here. And then from there, it was just me getting a head start on learning all the vocals for the show so I can teach them to the actors and how many people do I want in this harmony, how many people am I going to want to hear here on this song. And then also learning for the orchestra, this is where the strings come in, this is where the clarinets are going to be, how many trumpets am I going to have. So that was all the prep work we did in advance. And then when I got here, then it was teaching all the vocals to the actors and to the ensemble and to the kids. And then running an orchestra rehearsal, teaching the orchestra all of the music. And then we do what's called a sitz probe, where we put it all together. We have the orchestra and the cast together for the first time, where we run through all of the music in the show. And then we put it all together on stage. And then if we were running longer, my job would be maintenance. Then you basically maintain the musical integrity of the show and make sure people are, up to speed on how it was taught to them and that they're, things aren't changing. Because when you do the same thing every night, it's easy for moments to morph and change as it goes.
That's good. That's a good general description. Now, one of the things that happens, particularly with the musical, is, you hear a lot about the director, the choreographer, the producer, yada, yada, yada. But the truth is, once you start the show, there's really about 2 or 3 people who are really in the driver's seats. And it's the music director and the stage manager. And it's sort of like they're the pilots of the plane. We've all engineered the plane, we've decided on the route, blah, blah, blah. But basically, they're getting it in the air and getting it to land. And there's a certain amount of pressure to that, right?
Absolutely.
So talk about that.
It's interesting. I've had the blessing to work on both comedies and dramas. And in my regular job in New York is Avenue Q, so I'm used to the comedy and the timing. And that's really helpful here with Shrek, because where the music starts and where the music cuts off is very specific with an action that's happening on stage to make a joke land in a certain way. So the timing is very precise. In a drama, then we're going for something very different. But that's definitely like if you feel, I'm going on the pacing that the actors are giving me. If a scene is moving really quickly, then I'm going to try to make sure that my cue for the music to start is kind of along their pacing and it's not a hair behind them. I want to be at their level with how they're driving the show. And then vice versa, then we work off each other like that.
So tell me how you started as a musician and your career and your life, and where were you born or where were you raised?
I was born in the suburbs of Chicago. These are my parents right here.
Yay! Thank you, Mom and Dad. You did a good job.
And it was funny. They actually gave my sister piano lessons first. And she hated it. And whenever she was done, I was the one who went to the piano to try to copy her. And then the lessons came to me. So I'm primarily a pianist. I play as well. And then I went to NYU for music, and I studied music, and it was there that I got involved in the theater world. And I've been working on musicals ever since college.